goodness. I'm sorry.
Get it together.
Wait, do I look at the camera? Or... All right, yeah, Kevin's kicking it off, right?
Need my final countdown from Eric.
Well,
Okay.
Wait, can we just do it again?
Yeah, in the past you say like 3, 2, and then you. I don't know when to go.
I know we're all rusty.
Rough, yeah.
Let's restart it.
All right, let's do it. With the talkback reverbing, sounds
It
like
is
right
cool.
out of the movie.
Maybe that should be our trailer react intro bumper.
You have to be going sideways across the room. All right, Tim, I expect beautimus out of you.
I expect I hope something.
Something good's coming out.
And what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Creative Table. Here today, joining us at the table, we have Andy,
Whoop.
Eli, and from a land far away, Nagel. Thanks for
Hello.
joining us, Nagel.
You're welcome.
Today's a special episode where Eli has insisted we come together here and listen to what he has to say from a screenwriter's perspective and decide whether we agree with him or not. And you decide as well. Let us know.
It's
But
kind of
we've
an
got to.
intervention.
It's an intervention.
Yeah, it's
It is-
kind of
it
one of
is a
those
little
things. We've got to take a second look, as I know many have, but we got to throw our hat in the ring, even if it's a little delayed, maybe. But on Stranger Things season 5, where were the problems again from a screenwriter perspective? Not just a fan going, "No, I didn't like that as much," but interested to hear and dive in on this. What do you got, Eli? What are we doing?
Not just a screenwriter perspective, but all of us in here are like experienced in the film
Sure.
production world. So like from a general filmmaking perspective too, like you know, Tim, if the editing got on your nerves at some point, or you have things to say about that, you're shaking your head there. I know you have something.
He's holding it back.
Not
He's
yet,
waiting.
not yet.
Yeah, he's holding it back. But yeah, I mean, like you said, throw a hat in the ring. I'll give you a little lay of the land here. Okay, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, tell us where we're going.
Yeah.
So
The Indiana Jones
Roadmap it,
roadmap.
baby.
Yeah.
yeah, I wanted to start with the positives. Okay, I did like some things about season 5, like a lot of people. There were good elements.
Starting positive.
Yeah, starting
We'll
positive.
start positive around here, Eli. You know better.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
This is YouTube. You can't do that, game.
Select all, delete.
There's some good news and some bad.
Yeah. After we start positive, I'll get into why the dialogue and the characters both suck.
Okay. In
And-
season 5.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a fair and balanced report.
And to
clearly.
be super
yeah.
clear, we've all seen all of season 5.
Correct. This will be very spoilersy, but I feel
Okay.
like at
If
this
you haven't
point,
seen it all yet, you
Yeah,
want to hit
All right,
pause. and
where are
go
we going
finish.
after that?
and then talk about some plot logic things that bothered me, and just like generally give you the lay of the land. Here's what's wrong,
Okay.
Okay.
And then I want to talk about how to fix it, because a lot of anybody can criticize anything, but few people can tell you
Bring a solution to the
bring
table.
a solution to
I'm
the
out.
table. Yeah.
So Duffer Brothers,
here to
Duffer
I'm just here to complain.
Duffer Brothers, if you're out there, get out a notepad.
Yeah, that's right.
This is also brought to you, today's episode brought to you by Eli's new tat. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look at
man.
this.
There it is.
Take a
Fade.
shot of that.
Yeah,
Fade
man.
in, baby.
Fade in. First word. You can't really see it that way. First word you write at the beginning of a screenplay.
I love it.
Pretty cool.
Awesome.
I love it.
And then yes, we are going to talk about the episode 9 theories that are like taking the internet by storm.
Well, they were.
They were, and then they kind of died. But
Yeah. They kind of died when it didn't happen.
yeah, it didn't happen.
That's
And
what
I'm
we're
still
gonna
of the opinion that
Man.
Netflix would be stupid to not make it happen.
Okay.
All right.
I
So-
bet Netflix, when they heard all the rumors of the conspiracy theories, were like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah. It was either
Yeah.
it was either that or they were true, and they apparently weren't true.
Yeah.
So it had to be.
And then to boot, I think I have the key to like what killed the series for me, just as a
Ooh.
whole. Like when that
Okay.
happened specifically and what happened.
Can't
That
really.
almost
Kind of have
sounds
the
like
magic bullet there.
it almost sounds like a YouTube video foreshadowing of stick around to find out. You guys going to drop some hammers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So where do we begin?
we begin by telling people to subscribe, of course, before we get into
Yeah.
it.
And that's all for today. If you want to see the rest of this episode,
It's all locked
join our
behind a paywall.
Patreon account or whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So just starting with the positives. structurally as a whole, season 5, I think is pretty sound actually.
Can we
Like,
do
I
a
think-
very quick rundown of like season 1 in your opinion best, and then 2,
Yeah.
and then like 4, and then 3, or what? How do you?
mentally that graph to me looks like a staircase going down. Season 1 is the best, and every season after it was like a step below the previous one.
I'd give you that.
To me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I'm there, except for 4 was better than 3 in my opinion. But
I can get on board with that. Like,
it was
I can-
1, 2, 4, 3, 5, or 5,
Yeah,
3
yeah,
maybe.
totally. But season 5, like I guess just like plot wise, events happening in the story. Structurally, I think the whole thing is pretty sound. Like it never feels like, oh my gosh, this thing is going off the rails. Where are they taking this? You know, at any point, really. To me, at least. And I really enjoyed a handful of the new characters. Like they made Holly a much bigger part. I really liked her.
You like that?
Yeah,
Okay. I know a lot of people weren't the biggest fans of that. Seemed like she
I
kind of came out of nowhere.
I appreciated the addition. She didn't come out of nowhere to me because she was present.
I guess what I mean by that is the attention given to her kind of came out of nowhere. And
That is
like,
true.
While everybody else, including the main characters, took a back seat
they got a little
to the Holly
sidelined.
show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But for what her role was, I also get why they aged her up too. A good bit. And I liked her actress, and that was good.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
I liked all the Henry Vecna stuff, dude. That actor, Jamie something or
Campbell?
other, I forget his name. He is really good, dude.
Yeah.
He makes a really intimidating
He's
bad
solid.
guy, I think.
And he made a surprise cameo as what's his real name before he was Vecna in the show when he was in like the asylum or whatever they call it.
Jeremy.
Henry.
Henry.
It was
Henry, yeah, he made a cameo on like Broadway on the Stranger Things like Broadway show as
Oh,
Henry.
yeah,
It was
Really?
pretty sweet. But
Yeah, and then I also really liked the addition of Delightful Derek,
yes,
aka Dipshit Derek. He was after like it was at first he was annoying, and after a while it was
kinda,
like
yeah, I kind of like this kid.
I kind of
He
like
was
him.
almost like the Chunk from Goonies.
He
in a
felt
way.
like-
Totally.
Yeah, but you know, like he almost reminded me too. Even the way they just like wardrobed him and like the stripes and the colors, like he just felt like the special guest on a Scooby Doo episode back in the day.
he had like the Rainbow Bright
Very cartoony.
shirt
Yeah.
going on, didn't
Yeah, yeah. So he grew on me a lot over the
Okay.
over the course of things, and of course there was like a fair share of like really awesome moments too. Like, do you remember the when the Demogorgon is trying to go after Holly,
Yeah.
and goes into the Wheeler house and mauls the dad, and
he? Yeah.
but then Vecna's there too, and Eleven comes in, and I think Max is there anyway, and they're all like scuffling, and then Will gets inside Vecna's head and breaks his leg.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's
and he
pretty
turns
sweet.
to them and makes Vecna say run. And
I'll
like,
definitely give them
like that kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
that kind of thing is like that's the cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's the stuff you're like,
That's
man,
the
they
stuff I
nailed
signed
that.
up for,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, do you guys watch Nerdrotic stuff? He's brilliant on YouTube.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
Yeah, occasionally.
he was, kind of making fun of and lamenting the mind stuff. And he did it hilariously, like, because she's in his mind while he's in her mind, and her mind's in his mind while his mind's in their mind. And I was like, dude, what brilliant.
Trips. You
The way he did that was amazing. But
Yeah.
I will give them credit in that they kept the inception of the inception understandable for the audience, and it was interesting. I can't imagine like having to like, okay, am I in the fourth version of the third dream of the mind of the, where am I at now for this line, mentally. So
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with that.
I did feel like, and maybe that's where like the too much Holly feeling gets played into it, but I do feel like they wandered around in the mind
It can get messy.
a bit too much.
Yeah, it's like when you
There-
remote desktop into your home computer and then remote desktop from there to another computer, and now you're like 7 computers.
Erasing your steps as you go.
You can't remember which
Wow.
computer you're on, and
Yeah.
Hacking in.
nerd.
Copy
mode.
of a copy of a copy.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed the end of episode 4 where Will gets his powers.
Yeah.
That
That
was
was a good episode.
That was a
Yeah.
good. That was a really
really solid episode.
Everybody liked that. Everybody liked it.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
liked that.
I mean, it was so likable. They all had reaction videos. My wife watched like thousands of those videos, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Everybody likes that moment. Cool.
Yeah. But like that kind of stuff is like what I signed up for with Stranger Things. I want more of that, and I feel like there wasn't enough of that throughout the season as a whole. And like the final battle was kind of but the huge monster reveal to like get it started was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
that
dude,
was
they're
so
gonna
over the
have to
top.
fight
That was
it.
like that was walking a tightrope of Jump the Shark.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like, what in the world? I mean, beyond of course Nancy turning into Rambo, right?
I was gonna say Ridley. Ripley. Excuse me, Ripley.
Ripley, yeah.
Also, leave a comment if you know what Jump the Shark, the origin of that is, because that's a whole story,
right.
baby.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey.
And then my last like hell yes note I had was giving Joyce the final blow on
yeah, that was a nice touch.
Oh, heck yeah.
dude. That was like you couldn't have ended it any better.
If
like,
it
as a
actually
moment.
happened.
Right.
Ooh.
Didn't she hit his neck 7 times or whatever?
Yeah, whatever the 11 times.
Yeah,
that the
11
losing,
times.
The losing.
She
dice
should have
roll.
stopped, and he's like, I'm dead enough. And she goes, but my axe goes to 11. Boom.
If I was Hopper watching, I'm like, you need a hand with that?
Only
Like,
Nagel got it. Thank you,
No,
Nagel.
I understood.
good.
And then
I was like,
and then
man, that's a
Christopher Guest
dull-
walks in.
That's a dull axe right there.
yeah, it's like, anybody, she's like, can you take over? I'm really tired. Really Bex is like, can you make it quick?
She was probably like, thank goodness I get to do something in this season.
You could have
Right?
Freaking axe.
I
You
know.
could have put a little like SpongeBob title, like 7 hours later.
Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
We'll get into all of that later, but for now, I guess so. This was a lot of people's like major.
Wait, are we shifting gears?
A little bit.
Wait,
All right, turn it
I want to
on.
hear if anybody else has a I liked.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Mm.
Nagel, give me a good, like, I really did like
Give us an eye look.
about season 5.
He doesn't have one. does
Okay, we'll come back to Nagel.
I mean, I definitely like the what's the sister of the black kid? What was her name?
he?
Erica?
Of 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
When
sister.
she's having
Oh,
to drug the family. I thought that was pretty funny. That was a funny moment, you know.
Oh yeah, so it was
I know.
Erica. It was
Yeah,
Lucas.
Yeah, you better eat
yeah.
that pie. You know that whole thing. was
Oh yeah,
great.
Kelly
Yeah.
scene.
That was great. Yeah. Yeah. All of that was enjoyable. I do think it was like pretty graceful how they tried to bring back 8 into the fold. Even though like
They were patching
That
up
was-
like a big side quest mission. They fumbled back.
It's
in
so
season 2 or whatever.
yeah, they did as best a job they could
Yeah.
have with that, but like that's
Yeah.
the thing that's like you're cleaning up a mess of your
I
own
thought,
doing.
I mean, if I had to pick something I liked, I thought it was clever how they were chasing the Demogorgon in the right side up
that
or
was
whatever.
cool.
in the first of the
Yeah,
episode. I just
And they
thought
were
that.
tracking it. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were just kind of chasing it, and they were on top of each other, and Dustin's driving, and they're like swerving.
Yeah.
Steve was. I don't remember who's driving, but
I'll give you that. I think that's
I
probably
just thought it was a clever like thing.
from a plot element, you know.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the best, most creative things, and it made sense. It wasn't that like, you know, 5th sequel of a movie where now they can do anything they want, which we'll get into later. But
yeah,
it was in keeping with the radio club, you know, their ham
Yeah.
radio club and all
Yeah,
that.
it was
totally
like-
made sense from a technological character perspective.
totally.
It reminded me of like basically like Venkman would track
Oh yeah,
Ray, and Ghostbusters would be like boop, 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 boop,
Right.
boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
that, but like at 80 miles an hour. You know, it's basically
Yeah.
just tracking the ghost underground.
yeah.
So
It felt very in keeping with the
yeah,
show's original identity,
yeah.
where a lot of stuff did not. But
all right, are we turning the corner?
Can we turn?
I'm-
Are we doing it?
let's turn the corner.
It's a big
I
page.
feel like you need to like. I feel like
Positive
this
to
is where like a slide. He pulls a slide down to
I know, man.
point one.
Right, we have a spreadsheet to
Yeah.
break down all that.
All
Let's
right.
take
Where's
a
the
10-minute
bull-
break, guys. Let's take a 10-minute break. Hold on.
Intermission.
Nagel should have just actually left.
Today's episode is brought to you by PowerPoint. Yeah.
All right, Eli, take us there.
Yep.
This was a lot of people's gripe with season 5.
Where it gripes. Okay.
The dialogue sucks,
Yeah.
dude. It just blew. Then almost the entire time, and there's a reason for it. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot about this. Some of you may not know. Netflix has now mandated in the year 2025 or 26 or whatever,
Year of our Lord.
the year of our Lord 2025, that all of their content, all of their original written content and scripted content must be written so that viewers can be on their phone scrolling, doing whatever on their phone while half listening to the show and still understand what's going on.
It's
And
It's called, I think
Reportedly-
it's called written for
It's called
second
screenwriting.
Second screenwriting. Yeah.
Are you familiar with this, Nagel? Have you heard this?
What? No.
Dude, yes, it's a
No.
real freaking thing, dude.
Hey,
You're in
if-
your
if
kitchen
this-
or you're on the couch.
If this season didn't convince you that that's happening, like I don't know what to tell you.
Well, there's videos of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon like railing against it,
Yeah,
like
dude.
from like a week or two ago.
Where's that clip
it's a
at?
real policy. It's from one of their like a new movie that they just did.
Yeah, the rip.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll add that in. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so it all it results in is like characters walking you through what is currently happening like 3 or 4 times, it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just having to remind the audience of not only events going on right now, but like also stuff that happened in previous seasons. Like remember like I guess quarter of the way into season 5 when 11 and Hopper are walking in the Upside Down for some reason, and they have a moment, and then we flash back to Hopper's daughter,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I was like I already knew all this. You didn't have to show me a flashback, but for the casual person watching,
Sure.
but like
That's more of a catch me up. But I feel like
yeah, but like
there were
that's like
plenty of
reward
scenes-
me the loyal
Yeah, yeah,
audience
yeah.
member who is a fan of Stranger Things by letting me catch that.
But that I
you know?
can. That's less abrasive to me than the guys when they're all like, "Okay, we're all together, and now everyone look at the board, and here's what we're doing," or like, "Here's the models, and this is Vecna, and this is us, and here's Will, and we're gonna do this, and it's like this is gonna happen, and then if we do it, and then
Dude,
it's
it
like,
would have been
it's
worse.
the
like-
analogies.
They might as well just go if you haven't been paying attention and you've been scrolling in your kitchen.
Just
while
break
you're-
the fourth wall. Like,
just
Yeah.
pay it. Here you go. Here's the plan. Here's where we're at.
Yeah.
And they do that 5-6
And dude,
times across.
You know
the
how
whole
many
show.
times
Did you get,
like I
did
feel
you
like
get that, Tim Nagel? Did you get it? We know you're editing a video, but did you hear that? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
right,
Good.
Nigel's
good.
playing mahjong right now. No, but dude, at least like Elle didn't go, "What's the matter, Hopper? Are you remembering your dead daughter?"
Right. that was the only thing that was missing.
yeah, that they all but said
bad.
that. But dude, I can't tell you how many times like the characters would be doing something and then something like upside downy would happen,
Right.
or something, and they're all like, "It's him," and then another character turns to camera and it's like,
Who?
"It's Vecna."
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like
Lord.
that
yeah.
happens so many. Like I know who him is, guys. You don't have to.
They should have had
Don't
like
feed it to me.
4 characters who were from different perspectives. Like, it's him. Who? Vecna. Who? Henry. Who?
No.
One.
He had
yeah.
one. He had way too many names. I'm just going to drop that right now. That
Yeah,
was kind of a failure, I think.
Yeah. Dude, the analogies were just killing me the whole time too. There was whiteboard analogies, there were
record
board game analogies, there were
Record,
records
yep,
and
yep,
record analogies.
Yeah.
Give me a break,
And
man.
then just extended exposition that didn't need to be there. Let's just, let's just sit here and talk about what we're going to do or whatever. It's like,
yeah, it felt like to me like it got to a point where it felt like the whole season was like 5 scenes on repeat almost. It was
Yeah.
like bad guy does a thing, then good guys discover that thing has happened, and now there's a planning/analogy scene.
mm-hmm.
And then the good guys split up in a new interesting pairing to execute the plan. And then
Scooby-Doo's
11 uses her powers to do something, and then the other group of heroes that aren't with 11 do something, and then we repeat, and the bad guy does another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it feels like.
The thing I actually struggled with, Tim, I don't know, I've talked to these guys about this. I don't know if I've ever talked with you about this, but the first 2 or 3 episodes, I almost just quit watching because it got on my nerves so much. They got into this trope where every scene would end with a sound effect that was like a,
Dude, it's a
and then boom, like a thud, like a.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
And
that.
so it would be, it might make sense once in a while, like a big swoosh.
It was so
and then you hit the
exhausting.
next scene and like a tank lands and it makes sense. But sometimes it'd be like a whoosh and the boom would be like the character setting their phone down on the table. And they did it every
dude.
gear
It got
shift
to a
in the
point
story.
I was
they
watching.
had iPhones.
I watched a lot of
crazy.
I watched a lot of the season with a bunch of friends, and it got to the point where like the scene would change and that would happen, and we would all laugh.
It's almost like a drinking game.
because it-
Stranger Things.
yeah.
drinking game.
Everybody, boom.
I think the most ridiculous one we caught was they had the boom land on a car door opening.
Yes.
Oh,
That was the most offensive one to me.
man.
Yeah, go back and watch it, Nagel, and let me know what you think.
I
dude.
mean, I can't remember that,
But I was getting like physically agitated sitting on the couch, and Jessica's like, what is wrong? I'm like, I can't stand this decision they've made.
I know. I want to.
And I think what it is, it goes with the second screen crap.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is they're saying, hey,
chapter
every
marker.
Sucking you back
45
in.
seconds, send a wake up sound
Yeah.
that reminds people.
Look up from your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something just changed.
Something boomed. It's like the freaking the storybooks we grew up with, where it's like when R2D2 beeps, turn the page.
Turn the page. Yeah,
it was that, dude.
Can one of you viewers out there give us a boom count on Stranger Things?
Yes.
5, like a kill count.
there's got to be someone who's got that.
I want one of the boom counts to be 10. And then it lands, and I'm looking at myself on the screen.
Black Mirror stuff.
Just now?
Yeah, that's what it felt like, dude.
That's all. I came here to drop that complaint. Now I'm going to go back to work. So.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
That's all I
Wow,
had.
that's a good. I'm completely oblivious to that, but I'll have to look again.
I also had there were also complaints about characters. Most of all, the one complaint that I've seen above them all, just that there are way too many. They couldn't juggle all of them, and the result is that some characters are just kind of there existing and not doing anything.
Why do you think they did that?
I don't. You know what I think? I think they kept adding characters, but they lack, and this is a problem with the Duffers. I feel like they lacked the will to kill anybody off ever, anybody major, I should say. And that's a whole other aside
It might be a studio note
that we can get into.
We want to maintain
I'm
as
with you,
much of
dude.
this IP as we can, because we might go in 6 directions with it.
Yeah, we've got lots of spin-offs here. Don't
I
kill
guess
them
so,
off,
but like
don't kill him.
I don't know what is up with their inability to kill anybody, and the result is if you can't kill anybody off and you keep adding new people, then
I think it achieved
Get
such
bloated.
monumental cultural awareness and cultural zeitgeist. I think Kevin's right. Like, it's like, fellas, don't kill anybody off because it might hurt us by 1% on our earnings this year.
You can get rid of Mr.
Like,
Wheeler. Nobody liked him.
Yeah, I really think it was that decision.
Little John,
But they
he's
couldn't
got
even-
a lot of followers on Instagram. I mean,
they couldn't
You
even
lose
get
all
rid of
those
Mr.
guys.
Wheeler though. Like the Demogorgon.
Oh, he was
almost-
alive at the end. You're right.
Yeah, nearly
Dang,
killed him.
I
and
thought
they couldn't
I was like
even-
thinking, I think he died, right?
no, man.
Who died? Nobody? Somebody died.
I had
11
heard that it
died.
was going to be like, I was
No.
promised by some coworkers I was going to have like 5 deaths, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. no.
How? Who? What?
That,
Who?
I
like
thought
the other
everyone
thing
was
that
toast.
pisses me off is like they teased, they foreshadowed over and over again
Oh yeah.
the Dustin Steve sacrifice, and then it never happened.
Yeah.
And then on
Never.
top of that,
Yeah.
not only did it not happen, they mocked us with that 7 seconds of black bullcrap.
Yeah.
Where they cut to black
Oh.
to like, I bet they're gonna be thinking right now he's dead, but guess what? But he's not dead.
No, he's got him. He's
It's almost
got him,
like every
guys.
second that went by, you're like, he's totally still hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I was like, oh, good, they're going to do. Oh, man, he's grabbed his arm.
Hey,
Like
I'm
that.
glad neither one of them died because I just want like a spinoff where they're like almost like a Bosom Buddies remake spinoff, but like it's the two of them and they're living
There's
in
a phrase I've never
Nantucket.
said. Bosom buddies.
Tom Hanks.
Okay, haven't seen that.
I don't
old-
care what you say anymore. This is
My life.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
But like, I want a sitcom spinoff where they run like a flower shop or something, just something random in Nantucket, and they're like roommates, or something.
And every episode, they always seem to grab one plant right before it hits the floor. Oh, oh, I saved it.
saved it.
close one there. Almost had it.
Probably like 0.1% of our audience is like, what's happening right now?
wait, we have an audience?
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Where?
When did that happen?
No, but like I felt like for most of season 5, like Joyce and Hopper were just there. They didn't do all that much.
Ah, dude.
Joyce like went into the other dimension thing. She was only there to cut off Vecna's head. She did nothing else that
Yeah.
entire
You
time.
know why?
to
Because
say
Holly
it
had
pretty-
all the time, Eli.
Yeah.
I
Joyce-
they wanted her to say that final line too.
Yeah, but it was like, can you
Uh,
come up with a better excuse for her to be there, please? Like,
Mhm.
Murray does nothing.
Dude, he got on my
The whole thing.
nerves. Oh, I wanted him to die so
Dude.
bad.
Vicky does nothing. She was just like around for some reason.
Wait, who's Vicky?
Maya
Maya Hawks.
Hawks.
Oh,
Maya
yeah,
Hawks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
GF.
Why bring?
She was on Andy's kill list, I know.
Yeah. Why bring her in?
Well, it was she served a purpose for like an episode or two. And then she had no reason to be there other
I
than
thought-
like, all right, you're with the main cast
I
now.
thought she was low hanging fruit. Certainly the Wheeler mom and dad.
Low-hanging fruit.
And then you've got, that whole, well, we'll get there,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But the whole scenes with, let's just sit here and have a 30-minute talk while the portal's closing with, with Max and
Oh,
kind
dude,
of,
the whole podcast.
it's kind of off
There was some
topic. But
great
Podcast,
videos
yeah.
on that, by the way. There was some funny.
There
funny
was some great
on that.
stuff, dude.
So good.
does anybody remember a time when the military police are responsible for going to a hospital to arrest a girl for stealing drugs from the hospital? Like that
Yeah.
whole premise was like that's not
that
even
makes no
logical.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And I feel like especially them, like they would have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, there was only 2 Demogorgons left because they were on Demogorgon strike.
I guess
They couldn't get any, so
And
like
there were
they're
no
like,
demo bats either. Remember
Right.
that? There was like this whole army in the 4th
Yeah.
season that was like so ominous and threatening, and like they
Maybe
were
it-
gone,
maybe it
totally
wasn't-
gone. In season 5, it was like
it's not Demobat season. They happened
Right.
to invade.
they migrated. They migrated.
Migrate.
They migrated. That's what it was.
The right side left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one little puncture in that bridge, and they're all out.
What did you guys think? What did you guys think about the whole like additional part of the wormhole and the extra part of how the
Okay.
thing and the upside down connect? It just felt like unnecessary complication.
I really
Yeah.
like that they explained it because it felt like they were like leading us to like eventually understand it at some point. I really like that they ended the series. That's a positive. Like I really like that they ended the series and now I understand why the upside down is there and what it was. Exactly.
I mean, I would have been fine without the wormhole stuff, and it's just simply this: the upside down is there, the real world's there. Vecna's breaking the surface between
It's
the
a
two,
dimensional.
and then it's going to come together, and he's going to
Thank
create
you.
a new. And that's it. I don't need this whole like dimensional this and that, and a giant spider bot thing, and like not bot, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it just went like way over the top.
It was unnecessary.
Dude, I'm like, what is happening right now?
It
I
was
felt
almost like
we
they were
burning.
just showing how smart they were. Well, we know what a bridge is.
I don't know, man.
whatever bridge.
I just felt like they just went.
I
over
get
the
that.
top
I
on
just
that.
I just appreciate that they came up with an explanation period rather than
Well,
being
yeah.
like
Even
who
if-
knows what the
But they
upside down
could've
was.
You know, I agree. They needed to define it. Did somebody? I can't remember. Did anybody do the movie trope where they take a piece of paper and fold it in half and poke a pencil through it to show how wormholes work?
What
See, we're
movie?
in a
Yes,
bin
what movie did
space
that?
A
Whoa!
lot. Interstellar did it.
Yeah,
I felt like I was going
Interstellar's
to say,
one,
okay,
And that was like one of the worst.
Event
ones. It's like-
Horizon. Event Horizon. too.
Yes, Event Horizon.
okay.
I can't believe Nolan did that. That was like,
Yeah.
That's
I feel like a studio note. Like, Nolan, listen, we need to explain what a wormhole is. Now we do
I
it
mean,
with this piece
people
of
are
paper.
going to be working at their desk.
You heard of second screen viewing?
They need to be able to take a piece of paper and a pencil and do it themselves.
And you can put one of them boom sounds when they fold the paper. So you fold the paper, it goes boom.
And
we know
it
they're
goes
paying
to
attention.
The next shot is a guy holding a knife on it. Puts it down.
And you might need to explain that there's no actual worms involved in this.
Yes. Only worms can fit through that little hole made by the pencil.
That's why it's called a wormhole.
That's why it's called a wormhole.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah,
Look at all them worms on Vecna right there. There
you
they
go.
are. They're all
Well, see, that
worms.
makes sense. He came through a wormhole.
covered in worms.
Covered
He's
in
all
worms.
wormy.
Man.
I'm surprised at just the entire creative direction around Vecna because he feels way too much like Groot. And I just don't get making that decision. And he
It
even
is
does
kinda
the
funny.
shooting the branches out and
Yeah.
stabbing people thing.
You
It's
know,
like,
man, something you just said, I mean, off kind of separate point, but like, I kind of wish Henry did fully turn at the end. Because I thought the Mind Flayer, that's what has to be defeated. And the only way to
Yeah.
defeat that is with like Elle and Henry and maybe Will or what, like, and the other one, you know, like I thought it was going to be like
their eye lasers
all the
at once.
humans are somehow going to, even if they don't like Vecna and he still dies in the process, but somehow we're going to actually fight
yeah,
the
or like
actual
Vecna
evil.
has a little
Yeah.
bit of a redeeming moment or something. Or
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Sort of like Darth
It's
Vader
like-
taking his helmet off after.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
The villain thing that I have the biggest issue with, like from a design perspective, I don't mind the Grootish look of him, but like I don't know how you
I am Vecna.
I don't know how you abandon the entire like the terrifying design of the Mind Flayer from season 2 in favor of a CGI guts
Yeah.
kaiju, basically.
Yeah.
Like
If
like,
anything, we needed to see that smoke cloud start taking form as a monster to go, oh, I'm going to
Yeah.
go into battle mode now because I got to get on my armor.
yeah.
something.
But dude, like you remember the Mind Flayer from season 2? Like,
Yeah, that was-
Yeah,
that
it was
thing
just on the screen. A
that
second
is
ago.
beautiful character design.
Yeah.
like it was so good because it's so like amorphous and
It's a
terrifying.
demon spider is what
Yeah.
it was.
Definitely just kind of something that was a
But
shape
instead-
that was forming and
And
Yeah.
mind flayers of the devil.
And instead we got CGI monster number 7. You know.
Yeah.
Jumping back to what you said though about or one of you just said about Henry almost flipping for good.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was a really well written moment because I was like, I could see him doing it for your reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that when he said why he wasn't going to turn good, I thought he sold it really well. And I was like, that was a great scene actually.
Yeah. They pulled it in nicely, but it was kind of like, dang, I thought we were going to get like a legit like moment where he broke from, like a Vader moment, like we said, against the Emperor.
It could have gone like all anime where like they all like high five and like a power 5 and then they fly up in the sky and they like laser eye him
And they all come together to form Voltron or whatever. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh,
Hey.
they all force jump into the sky.
Hey, Voltron. There you go.
Hey.
That's the only reason Tim's here.
That's
He's
it.
here.
Thanks for bringing that shirt like we
You're
told you.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, everyone.
All 6 of you are welcome.
Yes.
Right.
We do this for us, not any other reason, just for
man.
ourselves. No, but I'm with you on.
There were a myriad of like just general plot issues with the whole season. Like, you remember when
Are we shifting to plot issues now?
yeah.
Oh
Little bit.
yeah,
I like it.
go.
Remember when Lucas was carrying Max out of the hospital and being chased by a Demogorgon, and he makes it to the elevator and the elevator door starts to close and the Demogorgon's charging full speed at him?
Yes.
And he just like kicks it back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not how physics works, guys.
No,
at all.
Not how any of this stuff has worked. They just got done
Like,
throwing
you've-
every military guy in the world around on the base.
Yeah, exactly. Like, huh? Like,
Yeah.
and that's such an easily solved issue. Just have the elevator doors like close just before it gets there. Whoa, what a
Again.
close call.
wait, that's
you know.
Oh yeah,
But but even like it's just such an easily avoidable thing. Like, I know that might be cliche, like, and you've done it 7 times already in this episode, but like,
Yeah.
well they got sloppy with the Demogorgons for sure.
It
there
felt
was not. There
super
was like
sloppy.
2 of them, like we already talked about,
mhm.
and the plot armor increased for them or decreased for them. Sorry, from the first season, like they were.
Yeah.
You're much more formidable, and now
Yeah,
people
and
have
now
said,
people
Mom,
are
the
surviving
wine
getting
bottles killing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
people are surviving getting mauled by it. Remember, like
Yeah.
towards the end, Lucas got hit by one like straight in the chest.
Right.
Oh yeah,
And then like the next episode is just fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you know?
part makes no sense. You'd be healing from that for a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would have
dude.
at least broken your xiphoid process.
Can we bring that up on screen? What the dude? I know that's a thing, but you know what?
Your grandma broke her coccyx.
It's the thing at the end of your sternum. It's the little thing you got to trace place. You don't
Dude,
want to.
that would be a great band name, bro.
Yeah, xiphoid process. It's good.
It's probably there somewhere.
Somebody's.
The back of the record store. They've
At
got
least
it.
an
It's got to be
album.
there.
It's at least an album.
Totally.
Yeah, well, it's an album by the band Coxus.
Yeah.
Coccyx.
Coxix.
Cockix.
Coxix.
Okay, so stop saying coccyx.
Gotta go
quote from,
Uncle Rico, bro.
Uncle Rico.
Yep.
Okay. Nothing.
I don't know. This is something I've only thought about, and I've never seen. Like, I haven't seen anything online about this. But like, did I miss something when Steve's car got sucked into space and the Upside Down? You know, it got jammed into the wall, and then it got sucked out.
Right.
And everything started sucking, and 11 Hopper had to get out. And
Yeah.
And that was super
They
cool.
never plugged that hole.
They never plugged the hole.
No.
So did
Yeah.
it just
Leak.
like stop sucking after a while?
Right.
or
Well,
did it,
I mean,
The car,
after a
like,
while,
eventually-
maybe that's where all the bats were. There's just all this fleshy mass of bat.
Yeah.
Kind of
All the
packed
bats got
hole.
sucked in.
oh, that's where they went.
Yeah.
I must.
Yeah.
Dude, plot holes. I've got some of these. I made
Ooh.
some notes.
Ooh.
Yeah, you keep going there, Eli.
Man, dude,
The government's amnesia.
the government's amnesia. Yeah.
You guys have
When
killed
they-
all these people. You're good to go back to school and
Yeah,
graduate.
you
Yeah,
guys can
yeah.
It's
go
all
back.
good.
And you haven't been in school in 2 years, and you can
Right.
still graduate. But yeah,
Yeah.
Nancy, you mowed down like 12 or 24 soldiers.
Right.
seriously.
You can go back to normal life. It's fine.
Hopper has been missing for 2 years, thought to be dead. Also killed all these people, but he gets his job back, head of police.
Dude, like it
Max
just-
graduates, but she's been in a coma for a while and somehow picks up right where her academics left off, I guess, and
Good
graduates.
tutoring program.
This is
there.
more fodder for
yeah.
Conspiracy Gate or whatever.
So
it's
what
called.
causes all
Yeah.
that? Is it sloppiness, or is it pressure from the studio, or is it just the writers go, I don't care, as long as we keep showing 11 bleeding her nose and holding her hand out, it'll sell.
So,
you know, what causes those?
The Duffers are on record saying like that Netflix was breathing over their shoulder a little bit, and you know, wanting to push things forward, but also,
And he could-
guys, you had like 2 years for this season,
yeah.
and you also previously stated, like way back when, in some of the earlier seasons, that you already had the ending to the show figured out. So why did it not feel figured out at all
Yeah.
this time? Like, you know. We're here now, and everybody's wondering what's going on. I would be inclined to believe that it's sloppiness on the Duffers' part, and less so interference from Netflix. Like, obviously, Netflix probably has a
writing
deadline,
from
but
ChatGPT.
yeah, or that.
Notice, one of the tabs that people noticed, or whatever.
Yeah, on the documentary.
I kind of watched from afar the documentary about the making of that just came out right after
Second screen viewing, Andy, on your part.
I was,
Off clap.
I was in the other room playing Arc Raiders while Jessica was watching it.
And
but-
every time a boom would hit, you ran in and
Yeah.
said, what just happened?
What just happened? What did I miss? There was a point in it where they're doing the big table read for the final episode, and they're like speech to the Duffers, and I don't know which one it was, but one of them's like, we're just not really good at speeches. We're just going to let our writing speak for itself. So let's get started. It's like that. Something in that moment just cemented in my mind, like the way they think or approach that. It just was a weird thing to say. You have led this thing
For
from nothing
10
for
years.
10 years, and you can't go, guys, y'all have made it amazing. I love it. You just dismissed it and was like kind of wishy-washy about it.
Yeah. I
And
don't
then
know
just
if, even
wanted-
if you're having a bad day, you got to say something.
You have to. Dude, we've had shoots where we've had bad days and we pulled the troops together and we rally to come, like we had to do that not long ago. Like you always rally your troops if you're the freaking writer, director, creator. And I thought that was a terrible fail.
Not very leadership.
And it makes you wonder, not very leadershipy. It just makes you wonder if that speaks to a lot of other things that we'll never know of, but may have just been under the surface.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I know they had that, like Netflix had that entire production like NDA'd out the wazoo.
Oh yeah.
You will never hear anything about what went on under.
Well,
the surface.
we tried to have Kelly on, Kelly Lentz, Delightful Derek's mom, and she was like, I better not, just in case I slip up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it wasn't until after the trailer released or whatever, when she was revealed, I guess, in her episode, then she came on.
Yeah, man. And it sounded like an Avengers level, like,
Oh, I'm sure.
you better not say anything or
without a
we'll
doubt.
come after you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, am I right in saying, isn't this kind of the Star Wars for a new generation?
That's
I mean,
blasphemy, Tim.
No, I know.
That's strike 2 of you on Star Wars, buddy.
Hold on.
Hey,
now.
watch it.
What I'm saying is, it's
It's like
just
saying the same
everybody's-
thing. It starts off great, and eventually the creators destroy
Oh,
it.
yeah. Okay.
So
I'm
it
with
makes
you there.
sense.
Maybe it's more akin to the Star Trek of our generation.
Okay.
That it's a show, and I don't know. It's
I'm
more of a
tracking with-
continuous thing. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm tracking with you. You know, it's interesting you said, Nagel, because you think Lucas and Spielberg went down 2 different paths, and I feel like the Duffers went down the Lucas path, right? Lucas he kind of became like the guy that could do anything he wanted because he had the thing, and they were letting him do his thing, and that's how he got Jar Jar Binks. And then after that, it just goes downhill. But you think about like, Indiana Jones, right? The second and third ones are very different than the first, but I think Spielberg always restrained himself to like play within the same sandbox of what he had done, what he could do, what the character should do, and it never went off the rails. And so all 3 of those are still
Kingdom
very
of the
strong
Crystal
and
Skull.
consistent. And then it went off the skull because I think wasn't Lucas, he was more involved.
I think.
I feel like that's probably
okay.
right.
I think this
I
is
don't know.
where we're getting into the magic bullet territory. This is like as far as what I think killed Stranger Things for me. All right.
Okay.
So I don't know if any of you guys know this. You can access the original Stranger Things pitch deck, the original thing that the
Montauk.
Duffers pitched to
Yeah.
Netflix online. You can access it. It's called Montauk.
Yep.
Oh, right.
And it's super cool. It's
A lot
a really
lot
cool
of
pitch deck.
controversy around that too. Somebody sued him for that.
Yeah, I know. There was that episode. wasn't
Oh, somebody claimed that they stole the idea or something? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it was some IP thing. Anyway,
No, I
but
peed
it's a
before the
super
episode,
cool.
thanks. Sorry.
It's a super cool pitch deck where it's like structured like an 80s novel almost, and it's made to look like an 80s like horror / mystery novel kind of thing. And it's really, really cool, and they list all of these things that influence them, like Close Encounters and like, obviously E.T. and The Goonies and that kind of thing. I think Stranger Things ceased to become Stranger Things when when season 3 happened, really, and they opened up Hawkins and brought Russia into the mix.
Yeah.
And suddenly
That's
it
when it just
lost
went,
that
Yep.
small town Goonies-ish element to it, and it ceased to become confined to Hawkins. And
That's when they lost their grip on it.
I know, and like Goonies stayed in the small town, E.T. stayed in the small town. Like they also reference Altered States, stayed in the small town. Poltergeist stayed in the small town.
Super 8.
Super 8, Hellraiser, like Stand By
The
Me,
Blob.
Nightmare
on Elm Street,
Nightmare on Elm Street,
Halloween.
Jaws stayed in the small town.
Jason stayed in the camp until he went to New York and went off the rails.
And then he went to space
Jason
too.
goes-
He went to space shuttle. Or something.
every one of those movies or whatever, or what have you, are referenced in the original Stranger Things pitch deck. Like, obey your own rules, guys, that you're setting. And
But that's the fallacy you fall into when you hit a certain level of success or obligation due to the success to the studios. It's like, we want this one to be a little bigger and better and louder and more explosions, guys.
Yeah, more people.
Yeah.
What about Russia?
Russia.
Right? You ever talk about Russia?
They were big in the 80s. I heard we could use Russia. And there's like Rambo.
Russia.
that's what
Ties
it
in with Rambo. Rambo
Next-
was big in the 80s. We can do it all.
We're going to
what it
China
really
next.
feels like, man.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Now, if you sliced that whole thing out and set it apart from the rules and stuff, I thought they executed all that well. I thought it was cool that Hopper got sucked through the dimension and popped out a different place or whatever, however that worked.
Sure.
I always assumed he like came out of the
Wormhole.
like a wormhole and ended up in a Russian prison where they were doing the same.
Do you need an
experiment.
analogy to explain how that works?
Yeah,
to you?
let me get a piece.
Let's go again.
Tim's going to get a paper
on.
and pencil.
Tim will be the back.
Andy, yeah.
Hold on.
So
Hold on.
I just
This
don't
is important.
understand. Hold it in front of your face so I can see it because you're all
Like,
blurred.
that's harder
Yes.
to poke through than you think.
Well, that goes to say a wormhole is not easy to create.
Yeah, it does.
So he's here in Hawkins, and then he wormhole. I can't.
It's like,
That's interesting.
need a
That's why-
callback after this episode where
Right.
Tim's still like,
Yeah.
We'll do it. Get a live stream of Tim for 24 hours. Trying to
Yes.
get that piece of.
7 hours. It's like me and Vecna's head there.
What do you think, Tim? What about the Russians? Because I mean, Russia was a mainstay of 80s movies, so I can see why it came to mind. I guess
yeah. I mean, Rocky was fighting him right in the middle of this whole
Rambo,
thing.
Rocky.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's a call. I think each season is kind of a call out, right? The first one is, the spooky guy and the maybe the killer, the murderer, right? Is it Jason? Is it Freddy? We don't know. We find out it's a Gorgon. Second season, we kind of take it to the new monster types. Third season, we're on Blob and the Thing. And I think they're adding little tropes like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't bother me too much, but I can see what you're talking about. Like, it didn't have to occur.
It's not even that element that bothers me. It's just the fact that it felt like one of their core rules was keep it confined, keep the monster inside the house. If it's inside the house, then the tension is on, But if you let the characters outside of the house, then all the tension evaporates. I think that's what I'm feeling.
I think what would have helped it too, maybe I'm wrong on this. I feel like after the Russia thing was done, there was no reason, benefit, or rhyme to it. And I think if you're going to do the Russia thing, and he got to be buddies with that guard that helped him, and like,
dude, I forgot all about that.
Have that guy escape with him, and then when they're fighting in the end, Vladimir's like, when we saw this in Russia, we fought it, and the way we beat it was, have there
make
be
it make
some
sense. Yeah.
benefit to having done that.
Yep. Motivation.
Not just
there.
like, oh yeah, remember we went to Russia, that's fine. Okay, let's go back to life.
Yeah.
I think that would have helped.
I knew it was over when they put Steve in like the Chips Ahoy outfit. I was like, it's
dude, I'm with
this
you.
is down. This
That
is-
was
this
that
is
was
so bad.
that was a sitcom move, man. It's like
it's just so dumb.
I'm working at the
Ice cream parlor.
ice
or
cream
whatever.
parlor now.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Are you guys ready to fix Stranger Things?
Oh, my gosh.
boy.
Oh boy.
Must mean we've hit 43:53 on the
Yeah.
clock.
Here we go,
It's
Eli.
time to fix Stranger
It's
Things.
time to fix it.
Cue the music.
All right. The first thing I would do to fix it is just kill off a bunch of characters, and I have the specific characters and the specific
Ooh.
times
And how you would
to
kill them off.
them.
Okay.
Okay.
Not how, but like when I would kill them off.
You can let us know in the comments how you
Well,
would kill
there's
each
two.
character.
There's two ways. You mean like I would say never introduce certain characters, and it'd be better. You're saying
I'm saying kill major characters
Okay.
to create stakes
Stakes.
so that you don't feel the plot armor that
did
everybody
Vecna
has.
ever consider just going out at 3 a.m. and killing them all while they're taking, while they're
Somehow
asleep?
they
Yeah,
sleep.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a thought about this. Keep going,
Okay.
Eli.
All right.
I'm gonna chip
Do it.
in.
You got to kill Hopper at the end of season 3, I think.
Yep.
I think like that's a meaningful sacrifice, and they fake you out at the.
Is that the Russia?
and, yeah, that's where he's transported to Russia, but it's like a super big sacrifice
Yeah.
for 11.
You
and
felt it,
like
yeah.
I honestly thought he was going to die in season 5. I really did. I thought for sure.
I know, man.
Well, there's a lot we could talk about there for sure.
I think you have to kill Max at the end of season 4.
Okay.
And generally speaking, in season 5, I think you got to kill at least one of the original 4 kids.
Okay.
I think like you gotta
go.
You can't. No. Like one of the Dustin,
original.
Mike, Will,
Ooh.
Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the cores.
If they're keeping with the 80s tropes, they're going to kill the black kid first. It's like the red shirt, Star Trek.
Parallel to that.
I
don't even have a last name.
There's been many comedians that talk about it.
Funny.
So 80s trope.
My character didn't
Okay,
have a last
parallel to that, parallel to killing one of the original 4, I think you have to kill one of Dustin or Steve in season 5.
Okay. We're going to get red band or whatever for saying kill kids.
I sure hope not.
characters in a show.
Yeah.
And now
in a
this
show,
is
guys.
the way I want Dustin to go out.
We're gonna
Painful.
we're gonna see the FBI busting behind him right now and haul him off.
I want to put him in a box.
Okay.
And put butter all over.
Okay, let's.
Tim, you're breaking
All right,
up.
cut 10 speed quick.
Then the one thing I feel like they did right was they well, it's kind of vague if they did it right, but I think that they were right to kill 11 at the end of season 5.
Okay.
Kill 11.
I agree.
Oh, she died?
If nothing else, for making that terrible fist.
Hopefully, yeah.
But I think you got to back up to season 2 even. Was that when they were in the tunnels
that was
there
the
was
whole
like a flood of demogorgons, demodogs.
Yeah.
Tons of them. You've got to take someone out meaningfully with that. I mean, there's just the way they took Bob out in the hospital.
Yeah.
Same thing. You got to get rid of someone who you care about because as a repercussion of this massive, presence of.
Yeah. I mean, by the time, like, at the very beginning of season 5, I had a very big hunch that all of the original 4 kids and all of the teens would make it out unscathed. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, they might kill Steve because they've been setting that up, but even they didn't. Like,
even if Joyce had sacrificed herself, that would have been pretty powerful.
yeah.
I'm gonna play a little bit with this because I actually, who was the guy that I forget his name? Eddie.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna bring him back at some point, kind of like a Gandalf-y sort of guy, right?
Eddie the White.
Yeah, Eddie the White. That would have been even more of a like.
Well,
Eddie the White.
I agree, but you could have lost one and then brought one back where you're like, oh my gosh, you've been alive and now you're really cool.
Implying that he wasn't really cool
And
before.
now you play classical guitar. You don't play
Right.
nylon strung acoustic.
Nylon strings and stuff. Right. No, I honestly thought, I know we're
He
killing.
got teleported to Spain and he learned classical guitar.
And there's a whole season about it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I actually kind of hope they'd bring him back, to be honest. And then maybe you could have had that juggling, like, oh man, they lost Steve, they got
That's
back.
interesting.
Yeah.
If they had not bloated the cast like they did and it stuck to what it just really needed to be, I do think either I agree with your Hopper assessment. He would have been a good sacrifice, or Joyce doing, what a mom would do to save their children or something like that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 wasn't as big a sacrifice in a way for me because they just squashed her importance and power in the last season. She never grew and that stupid training.
She did feel like
Mm.
it was a plank of wood for the most part the whole season.
She's like struggling to lift a metal plate and anyway.
Yeah, that was a tough. How else do we fix it? What are the other things?
The only other thing I got is release episode 9.
Yeah,
Which-
okay.
Doesn't forgive the terrible dialogue.
You're not going to remove the 30-minute long chat that Will has of it with everyone?
Or the 30-minute long podcast episode with Holly and
dude,
and
that
Max
was the
and
best meme.
with running up that hill going while they're
Mm,
quick. We have to escape, but first
Man,
let's sit
that
down
just
for
brings-
10 minutes.
that just brings me back to when I was editing a video the other day, just sitting there with that going on in the background. Thank you, Netflix.
And you completely understood it while remaining focused on your task, didn't you?
I was like, running
That scene was so long you could hear him like hit stop, rewind the cassette, and hit play again on.
Oh man, it was infuriating. I was sitting there pulling my hair out, trying go.
I think
like,
everybody was.
I also think they were like wanting to do the like 35-40 minute epilogue like return, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I felt that. Yeah.
Lord of the Rings earned that, and every second of that was precious.
Yes.
And I just felt like they're like, we can do it too because we've been doing this big and it was fat, bloated, wasteful, dumb, terribly written. Almost none of it stuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
It was so bad I kept thinking that it was all a dream and the monster was going to pop out at the very end.
Dude, for real.
Same thing.
Now, we can... If you're watching this,
we're supposed to be fixing it. I'm sorry.
No.
Just, here, go to Netflix's server, delete seasons 2 through 5. I fixed it. It's fixed.
Yeah.
If you're still watching and you haven't heard about the episode 9 theories, I encourage you to pause this
Mind-boggling.
and
Conformity Gate.
Yeah, Conformity Gate is what it's originally called by the fan base, I guess, or the people coping with the terrible finale.
Yeah, because and the name comes from this idea that everybody after Vecna died had conformed to basically Henry's sort of portrayal or description of them, and his own appearance even. And so there's a whole, we don't need to get into it. There's a whole
look up the details. There's a whole laundry list of
it was profoundly, it's beyond
there are guys,
statistical,
There are guys sitting in trailers right now still making videos about it. I'm sure you know.
Right.
They're like, they got the tin hats on, and they're like, and they're not telling it.
Now, the one thing that blew my mind, and I didn't research it and check it, but like if those tapes behind Robin were truly in Morse code that says you didn't win or whatever, like that's next level crazy.
It goes beyond just oh, that's a coincidence. That's just sloppy stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like Vecna's a super evil, like demon possessed, alien possessed dude. Is he gonna be like, you know what I'll do? I'll rearrange the albums behind her to spell out you lost. Right. No, I don't have I got to use a different, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit his character.
Yeah.
That's a little.
I think it's just I feel like that this is just the age in which we just read into too much at this point.
No, what are you talking about?
But the thing that blows your mind is when you know how productions are made, you have like script supervisors and you have all the costume department. All these people had to make 500 orange graduation robes or whatever, and somebody didn't notice that. Hey, the entire season, the last 10 years has been green.
Right.
That kind of thing. Why is everyone in orange?
Not to mention the detail.
Why is there a blank poster? Like everyone is placed, in their spot as extras before they roll camera, very meticulously, even to the point in some cases of here's your backstory, here's your motivation, here's what you're doing during the shot. And they're holding up a blank sign at a graduation, like stuff that just doesn't fill in and it makes sense in a dream and like a contrived world.
Yeah.
There's like a yellow. There's like a yellow poster.
What if they actually planned to do that? That was going to be the end. Was the dream reveal, and then Netflix squashed it and just said, "Nope, we're ending happy."
Yep. Yeah.
That would
one split tested and got more positive responses.
That'd be.
And then they were like, and Duffer Brothers, if you dare give a speech, at the final shooting and the read up, you're not doing it, okay?
Yeah.
We will kill you.
Yeah, they blackmailed him.
Yeah. But I mean, the fumbles like that, it isn't, to your point, production. Yeah. It's hard to make that big a fumble, but there's still a Starbucks cup and the Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That is true.
When they shot Rudy with Sean Astin back in the day, they had the wrong color of fan stuff in the stands, and they had to somehow go and like change the colors
after the fact.
They screwed up and didn't get the right Notre Dame
screw-ups
colors.
happen. I just have a hard time buying that it's this many and all pointing to one conclusion.
Okay. Yeah. So
exactly.
All right, so Occam's razor, right?
Yeah,
Occam's razor says the most simple explanation is probably the truth.
Yeah.
It's probably that they were trying to do something. They got chopped off by leadership.
Yeah. They're like, we're not going to do that.
And their NDA says they can't say it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, because they're like, no, we like the way this ends. We're not going to pony up another, 20 million for the next.
And I can buy that, and also tack on that Netflix would be the stupidest company in the world if they did not greenlight an episode 9.
You okay, Tim?
You are right there.
You've got to be careful.
Sorry. That was a harsh word that I used there.
Stupidest.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I mean, if they're thinking creatively at all, they're like, we could do something kind of fun with this. Let's see if we can get the gang back together.
There would be no downside. They would make so much money.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what they're waiting on other than panicking, trying to get it together, trying to get the cast to say yes.
Yeah.
And
what was wild was I was looking at theaters to go see the finale, and you couldn't find a seat. I mean, like a week or more in advance, like all the showings, no matter what theater, no matter what time, they were sold out, every seat. So it was, I haven't seen anything like that since friggin' Star Wars came back in 99. I mean, that, which of course then they didn't even have reserved seats, but crazy though.
It was
Absolutely
anarchy
crazy.
in the theaters back then.
You showed up 3 hours early and you stood in line.
Outside in the rain.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
So, okay.
Man.
I wonder if Netflix were to make a trailer for episode 9, it'd be like, fine, you got your way, you little brats. Here's the next episode. Conformity
Stranger
Gate.
Things, Vecna Redux.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh man.
But we're still gonna make lots of money on it.
That's right.
Guaranteed.
Where do we go from here, Eli?
I was thinking let's after everything that we've said, give me your honest out of 10. What's your rating on season 5? All right.
4. I'm going to 4.
Yeah.
4 out of
if
10.
I have to count the last episode, I mean, because it was kind of slow and then it got good, and it was kind of like, okay, this could be. We're at a fork in the road where there's a slim chance they can make this shot.
We can go battle, or we can have a long conversation.
Right.
Yeah. What about you, Tim?
I'm gonna say 6.
I was gonna say, I'll give it a 6 Vecnas out of 10.
6 Vecnas out of 10.
I'd like to clarify. Mine would have been 5 Vecnas out of 10, except for they made Hopper draw a helicopter and say when the helicopter goes up and down. And I was like,
my gosh,
that is second screen
Dude,
viewing.
that is
right
pretty-
So many
there
moments
it
where
is.
like I dropped another star. Oh, there goes another one.
Oh, there went another one.
Yeah.
There, yep, there it went. Now, if they had made Conformity Gate, it would have been like,
It would have been
a-
massive.
I- yeah,
11 out of
it
10.
really
That's the
would've.
greatest thing I've ever seen. They totally pulled it over on us.
Yeah, it's true. If they would have come back and went, oh wait, here's episode 9.
What if when Dustin shut that book that he got from Paul Reiser, who never showed up again? They just forgot Paul
yeah,
Reiser.
there
was
he
in
goes.
it.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
wasted Sarah.
You know why?
Connor.
Because Holly. No.
Yeah. What if it had
All
said
their
Project?
money on Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor was a waste. What if it had said
Oh my
Project Conformity?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it 5 Vecnas out of 10. It is the most average ending to rule them all, dude. It's not the worst thing ever.
No.
It is far from the best. It is just the most middle of the road thing they could have made.
So sad.
It sucks.
Okay.
I was hoping
We'll
the
always have
ending would
season
be
1.
that Hopper would wake up and he was sitting next to a wife we've never seen, and he's like, "I had the craziest dream.
One of those.
It was like this world with these little kids. I went to Russia. Oh my god!"
Yeah.
That would have
That's
made
a
it.
movie. What movie did that? They literally did that.
Bob Newhart. The Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart show, the
That-
best finale.
That
in
would have
history
made
of
me
television.
rate it a lot. It would have been funnier if it wasn't Hopper, if it was like some minor character,
Right.
like if it was like Vicky or something.
What if he woke up next to Bob Newhart and and he had like his wife's
Will
wig
Will
on?
woke up next to Bob Newhart. It's like,
And
Hey,
with
there
that,
you
we're
are.
gonna call it an
We're
episode.
definitely getting
We're
into
done.
uncharted waters
We'll
now.
be muting that.
All right.
All right,
All right.
That's all
Well,
we got.
appreciate
all
that,
we got.
Eli. It's good stuff.
dude. Good work, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you guys have got anything else to add to it, I know there's a lot that we could have kept going on. Let us know.
Oh,
Drop a
hold on.
comment and wait for Nagel because he's going to show us what it looks like to get a wormhole.
you hold the paper.
It's blurry.
Stay tuned.
It's blurry, Nick.
You're moving too fast for the zooms.
Oh, he's going at it.
All right, guys.
Oh, he
there
got
he
it,
got it. He made it.
The
And
wormhole
on
is
that note,
purple. And with that,
good night, ladies and gentlemen.
We're out.
See you next time.